In this lecture, give some example of matrix space, and this part 4 is the last part of example of matrix space of my lectures example of matrix space. So consider the first example. Let xd be any matrix space. So we are given the xd is a matrix space, means we are given that the D satisfies all the four properties, that is non-negativity, coincidence, symmetric and triangle equality. Now to show that the function d1 defined by d1 xy is equal to d of xy divided by 1 plus d of xy for all xy belong to the capital X is a metric on X, means we have to show that this D1 is also satisfies non-negativity, coincidence, symmetry and triangle inequality. So solution of this first is non-negativity. Consider D of xy. So by definition of D1 xy, we get D of xy divided by 1 plus d of xy. Now here d of xy is always greater than or equal to 0 for all xy belongs to x, because d is a metric on x. So therefore this is a d of xy is a non-negative. Also on the denominator d of xy is non-negative, plus 1 is again a non-negative. So non-negative divided by non-negative, we get the non-negative quantity, and therefore d1 xy is greater than or equal to 0, and therefore it satisfies the non-negativity. Now next is coincidence. For that consider here d1 xy is equal to 0. Now our aim to prove that x is equal to y. So by definition of d1, we get the value of d1 xy is d of xy divided by 1 plus d of xy. Now is equal to 0. Now here multiplying 1 plus d of xy to the both side, we get d of xy is equal to 0. But d is a metric, and therefore if d of xy is equal to 0, we get the x is equal to y. And therefore we start with the d1 xy is equal to 0, we get d of xy is equal to 0, and conversely also we get the if x is equal to y, we get d1 xy is equal to 0, and therefore it satisfies the property coincidence. Now next property, that is we have to prove the symmetry. For that consider here d1 xy. So by definition of d1, we get this value d of xy divided by 1 plus d of xy. Now here in place of d of xy, put the d of yx, because d is a metric and therefore d of xy is nothing but the d of yx, but this is nothing but the d1 of yx, and therefore it satisfies the symmetry property. Now next is a triangle inequality. So consider d of xy which is less than equal to d of xz plus d of zy. Since d is a metric and therefore it must satisfy this triangle inequality. Now here we have to add plus 1 to the both side, and taking reciprocal of both the side, the inequality is change. Now again multiplying minus 1 to the both side, the inequality is change. Now we have to add plus 1 to the both side, and now on the next step we have to simplify this as well as this side. So we get, now here we have to cancel 1 to the minus 1 on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side, we get, and split this d of xy divided by 1 plus d of xz plus d of zy plus this d of yz divided by 1 plus d of xz plus d of zy. Now here d of zy is greater than or equal to 0, and therefore this value d of xz divided by 1 plus d of xz is greater than or equal to this value. Also, we have d of xz is greater than or equal to 0, and therefore this value d of zy divided by 1 plus d of zy is greater than or equal to this value. So this value is greater than this value, also this value is greater than this value, and therefore their addition must be the greater than or equal to. So but this is nothing but the d of d1 of xz, and this is d1 of zy, and therefore it satisfies the triangle inequality, and therefore d1 is a metric. Now next example, that is let x be the set of all sequences of complex number. We define the function d by d of xy is equal to summation of 1 upon 2 raised to n into absolute value of xn minus yn divided by 1 plus absolute value of xn minus yn, n running from 1 to infinity, for all sequence xn yn belongs to the capital X. So now here we have to prove that D satisfy the non-negativity, symmetric, triangle equality, and coincidence. So one by one we are taking the property. The first property, consider D of xy. Substitute the value of D of xy by definition of D we get. Now here absolute value of xn minus yn is positive. Also on the denominator absolute value of xn minus yn is positive, and we have to add 1. So this is positive. Therefore this whole value is positive. We have to multiply 1 upon 2 raised to n. So therefore this multiplication is also positive, and we get the summation of positive terms. So this must be the positive, and therefore d of xy is greater than or equal to 0, and therefore it satisfies the non-negativity. Now next we have to prove the coincidence. For that, consider d of xy is equal to 0. Now putting the value of d of xy is here by definition of d, and then as summation of all positive value is equal to 0, the individual value must be the 0. So we get the for all n, we get this. Now here we have to multiply 2 raised to n to the both side, we get this. Now again multiplying 1 plus absolute value of xn minus yn to the both side. So here we have to multiply 0 to the any value, we get a 0 here, and therefore we get absolute value of xn minus yn is equal to 0 for all n, and therefore we get the xn minus yn is equal to 0 for all n. So we get from that the sequence xn is equal to sequence yn, and therefore sequence xn is nothing but the x, sequence yn is nothing but the y. So we get the x is equal to y. Thus we start with the d of xy is equal to 0. We get it implies x is equal to y, and also implies and implies y. Means if you consider the x is equal to y, on the reverse step we get the d of xy is equal to 0. So therefore it satisfies the coincidence property. Now next property, that is we have to bring the symmetry. For that, consider d of xy. So by definition of d, substitute the value of d of xy. Now here in place of absolute value of xn minus yn, we take the absolute value of yn minus xn, because these are the positive values. Means absolute value of xn minus yn is same value as absolute value of yn minus xn. So but this is nothing but the d of yx, and therefore it satisfies the symmetry. Now to prove that the triangle inequality, so for that, by property of absolute value, we can write absolute value of xn minus yn is less than equal to absolute value of xn minus zn plus absolute value of zn minus yn for all xn, yn, zn belongs to the x. So now here we have to add 1 to the both side. Now taking the reciprocal of these, then the inequality is changed. Again multiplying minus 1 to the both side, inequality is changed. Now we have to add 1 to the both side. So that is, we have to adding plus 1 to the both side. We get this. Now on the next step, we have to simplify this side as well as this side. We get. Now here we have to cancel 1 to the minus 1 on the left hand side as well as right hand side. We get. Now split this value, that is the absolute value of xn minus zn divided by 1 plus absolute value of xn minus zn plus absolute value of zn minus yn plus absolute value of zn minus yn divided by 1 plus absolute value of xn minus zn plus absolute value of zn minus yn. Now here the absolute value of zn minus yn is positive, and therefore this value must be greater than this value. Also here absolute value of xn minus zn is positive, and therefore this value must be greater than this value, and therefore we observe that this value, addition of these two value, must be greater than addition of these two values. But now we have to multiplying both side by 2 raised to n and summing with respect to n. We get this value. Multiplying 2 raised to minus n means 1 upon 2 raised to n, and summing with respect to n, we get this value. But by definition of d, this is nothing but the d of xy. This is a d of xz, and this is d of zy, and therefore d satisfy the triangle inequality. So therefore d is a metric. Now this metric space is known as Frenchlet space.